5 signs you're a visual learner. 1. You're good at remembering faces, not names. Visual learners learn through images, so when you meet someone, you can always recognize them again. But remembering their names, another story. 2. You prefer to see directions, not hear them. So if you're lost, you'd rather look at Google Maps or Waze, not hear Siri spew out a bunch of different directions. 3. Your mind wanders during lectures. Do you find yourself zoning out during a class lecture or a long speech? That's a good sign you're a visual learner because you don't have engaging visual stimuli. 4. You're detail-oriented. Visual learners always notice the little things. 5. You're talented at the arts. Visual learners tend to be very talented at stuff like painting, music, drama, anything that they can visualize in their heads and then create. File for more tips.
Let's talk about shin splints. So first off, you can see we've cut a little window into the tibia here, and that allows you to see the medullary cavity, which is the hollow center of a long bone. But if we draw our attention over here, you can see this tissue called the periosteum. And periosteum is going to reside on the outside of compact bone. But periosteum is going to be loaded with nerve endings, bone cells, and a whole variety of other things. But you can see that it's continuous with this tissue here called the fascia. See, as I put my probe under here, you can see that they blend with one another. In fact, they're made of the exact same type of tissue. The only reason we call them something different is because they're in different locations. That's just how anatomy works. Well, in shin splints, you can get an overworked muscle which can actually start to tug on the fascia, which can then tug on the periosteum and cause an inflammation. And since it's loaded with nerve endings, that means you're going to get quite a bit of pain.
5 common habits that are actually anxiety. 1. Thinking everyone is secretly judging you. 2. Avoiding eye contact. 3. Being unable to say no and always feeling overcommitted. 4. Thinking you need to be perfect so people won't judge you. 5. Constantly worrying too much about your word choice. Follow for more tips.
Do you know where real loofah sponges come from? They're actually a type of cucumber in the gourd family. The ones you buy in the store are synthetic. Loofah Gardens in Reedley, California grows and harvests the real thing. They bloom in the springtime. After 6 months, the interior dries out and the skin turns brown. They're peeled and the seeds are cleaned. Then the sponge is left to dry some more. Use them to bathe, exfoliate, or clean.
8 signs, it's love. Number 1, when someone waits the entire day just to have a small conversation with you. Number 2, when someone cries just because you're crying. Number 3, when they're sleepy but they stay awake just because you're not sleepy. 4, when they scold you for not taking care of yourself. 5, when they're excited just by hearing your name. 6, when they understand you when everyone else is judging you. 7, when they respect your feelings and thoughts. And 8, when they're willing to make sacrifices for your happiness. If you need advice, check out my bio.
What's on your skin? Part 19. Do you have scaly red bumps on your arms or thighs? This is called keratosis pilaris, also known as strawberry skin. It represents keratin building up around the hair follicle. Moisturize within 5 minutes of getting out of the shower with a product that contains urea, BHA, or AHA.
Have you ever had these Japanese hand rolls where unwrapping just seems impossible? The plastic is actually wrapped inside the hand roll and separates the seaweed and rice until right before you eat it.
So, have you ever seen these 3 lines on your bus and wonder what they are? Maybe they're just the same color as your bus. Maybe the bus and the lines are all different colors, but the prominent thing is these 3 lines on the bus. See, they're even on the new buses, the not so new buses, and they're even on the antique buses. But why, you ask? I'm about to tell you why. This top one right here is in the place of where your shoulders or your neck is on the bus. This middle one right here is where the bottom of the seat is, where your bottom should be when you're seated. This bottom one down here is just above the floor line, which is where your feet should be when you're sitting properly on the bus. These lines are put in place for emergency personnel. Let's say your bus has an accident and they need to cut into the side of the bus with like the jaws of life or whatever they use. They know where your body is on that bus and where they need to look to save you. Wow.
Things I wish I knew before adopting a special needs pet. Cappy needs to be groomed on a pretty regular basis. He's unable to really take care of himself. I've recently learned that if I get in the bathtub with him, he feels a lot more safe. It's only taken 3 years for me to learn this life hack. But hey, 3 years is better than never, right? Anyways, now he's in his new onesie and we're having a nice day. Talk soon.
Here are 4 methods to get actors to fake cry in movies. The first method consists of a makeup artist applying eye drops to the actor's eyes. Method 2 consists of applying Vaseline beneath the eyes to give the appearance that the actor has been crying. The third method is a tear stick, which is just a lipstick applicator filled with a menthol solution that makes the eyes tear up. Method 4 consists of literally blowing menthol-infused air into the actor's eye so it gets irritated and tears up on its own.
Enseñar a hacer unas empanadillas de pizza con un icy de Coca-Cola como se comían en colmadito de la esquina. Ven para acá que te voy a enseñar. Primerito vamos a hacer estos cubitos de hielo con Coca-Cola, dale. 2 libras de harina de trigo, para allá. 2 tazas de agua, media taza de aceite. La sal está bien independiente hoy. Manos limpias, vamos a amasar. Ya está. Ponla a reposar. Salsa de tomate, queso mozzarella. Quieres una bola del grande de la palma de tu mano. Y la vas a amasar, pero no la pongas muy finita. Coge tu queso, coge tu salsa y tiene que estar a par con la parte de abajo. Vas a coger la esquinita con tu dedo, le vas a dar para arriba y la vas a pinchar acá. Coge la otra esquinita, coge tu dedo y la vas a pinchar. ¡Me cago en nada! ¡Mira esta empanadilla de pizza! La mejor parte de tu día está ahí.
Me and my man's bam, whole lot of choppers on your ass. Scram, we just putting dollars on your head. This ass nigga gave his mama to the feds. Little brother, big.
5 subtle signs someone's attracted to you. When you walk in, they stand up straighter or fix their shirt and hair. They stop blinking as much and widen their eyes. They look down when you catch them watching you. They start to stutter or repeat themselves. They lightly criticize someone they think you find attractive.
I'm back at it with the much requested dog black nail trim. The first thing you want to do is get a good pair of clippers and start small. You want to shave off slowly to find the black dot. Here you can see the black dot. Remember, accidents can happen. Bleeding is not the end of the world. You want to use Quick Stop, cornstarch, baking powder, baking soda. Those are great. I really like Quick Stop. Then you want to repeat until your dog's nails are 100% trimmed. I only had 1 bleeding on this patient, which is great. And here's some more examples of the little black dot that you can see that shows that you're getting close to the quick.
Your car probably came with a tool like this to remove lug nuts, but I don't have the arm strength for that. I don't know about you, but don't worry, I got you. Here are a couple of tips. First one, pretty simple. Just turn the tool so it's parallel to the ground. Then I can stand on the edge of it and use my body weight. That simple. Second, you can use this clever tool. This is going to double my strength using leg and arm strength. But wait, there's a third tip. This involves a pipe. What am I going to do with that? Well, I'm simply going to use my original tool, slide the pipe over the edge of it, and suddenly I've got a ton of leverage. It's like I'm Hercules. This one's my favorite.
So I started broken hearted, threw it all in, let them get the best of me. Boy, you came round, colors so loud. Before I knew it, I was drowning in your deep blue sea. Oh, 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 we're laying in the sand.
So you're freaking out because you spilled ketchup on your carpet. But then you remember, oh wait, I follow Omaha Carpet Cleaning. Your stress dissipates as you pull up this video, where I show you how to remove ketchup in 3 easy steps. First, scoop up the excess with a spoon. Then apply your cleaning mixture and blot it onto your stain, followed by dry blotting and repeat as needed. Rinse afterwards and boom, done.
Here's how I cook a steak. Some black gold. Black steak. This fat side always down first. Some black flaky salt.
This is why your fine lines might not be premature aging. This is my skin at 25 years old, no makeup. This is my skin at 20 years old with makeup. So what changed and how did I age backwards? Here's the thing, these under eye fine lines, texture on the forehead, and pronounced nasolabial folds aren't actually aging. It's what happens when the skin is super dehydrated. So imagine your skin is like a grape. When it's hydrated, it's like a ripe grape. But when it's dehydrated, it looks like a raisin and the skin stretches and pulls. And that's why you get texture and fine lines. I decided to pare my routine down and focus on lightweight hydrators. I'm talking about essences, I'm talking about hyaluronic acid serums, and just lightweight humectants that help the skin not lose water. And yes, you do need this if you have oily skin as well.
Whoa! Sorry, I was just putting my hijab on. Just kidding. So we don't actually wear hijab at home. I'm purposely wearing it right now, and it's kind of a chore to wear it because I don't wear it at home. So yeah, I just throw it on for TikTok because I don't want strangers seeing my hair. But if somebody knocks at the door, like I have FedEx dropping off packages for me like every day, then I do have like easy, quick throw on hijabs right by my door that I can just toss on, or I grab a hoodie, put the hood over my head, and then I open the door. Hopefully that helps.
This is aerogel, the world's lightest, that is least dense solid. This piece has a mass of just 1.22 grams. That is only a few times the mass of the same volume of air, which kind of makes sense because it is 99.8% air.